So you went Commerce to drive Ingenuity because it's not as it would seem that somebody is going to tell you that you have to be for this or you have to be for that, right? You have to pick a side. Like, if you're not for this, then you must be that, and everything. That maybe it's always been happening, but it's like the vibration is like really amplified at its highest capacity right now, like the peak of it. It's the rolling over and the overturning. It's both of those together. I don't want to give a connotation like something that's like, either positive or negative when it's not even about that. It's the overturning and the rolling over. It's a wave pattern, which sounds kind of new agey and everything. But as it can be described, right? Water can even not be a chemical, but host chemical change. Your operating system depends on water. Out of the fucking car. Get out of the fucking car right now. Who are you talking to? A grown ass person? Tell him to get out of the car right now. That's already off. Unless you just want to kick someone's ass or something, that's already off. Or whatever. It just seems strange, like, I mean, that will make like, he'll get poked on by a normie. I wouldn't try to pull anybody out of their car, and I mean anybody. Fucking made me lose track of rolling over and turning over. Okay. So aristocracy knows about this, and they know about frequency is also the same thing as infrastructure. There's a whole infrastructure that a frequency is on. So like overturning and rolling over and overturning is leads to where you get the term coined fire and brimstone. It seems like it's part of the panorama of the concept of hell that developed over time from multiple contributors, actually having like 4 corners. And like this would be one of the corners. There's a Camelot, which is Cam's law, burden, right? The shale of the lowly body, right? And the apple of the eye. It's like there's only 2 things that a man has, is the shale of the lowly body and the apple of the eye. And there's his burden, right? Cam's burden, right? It goes back to the Bible, something. There's a torture, which is the word Tartar. It comes from Tartarus. The word torture comes from a volcano on the Isle of Patmos called Tartarus, that Prometheus was chained to. Prometheus is like a word for like fire or something, like his angel that gave fire to man. I mean, other angels have given man things like cosmetics, metallurgy, things that God didn't want us to have. However, we existed at the time. It could have been before some kind of radiological event that people had those like elongated heads, not the kind that they tied a board to their forehead to make it long. Like, they really had those long heads, and their spine was a lot longer, but they got like kind of like exposed to a competitive source of radioactivity. It atropined their spine, and it turned into the intestines, which was like necessary for the fertility rites in Camelot, because it's like the beast of burden also is like helping the soil, basically. Like, it's not about microbials or like worms and microbials, but it's about this like yak or this like a mule or this ox, like from Egypt would be Akhenaten. Before Akhenaten was a human being, he was a beast of burden also. So they got kind of like a continuation of this dynastic, it's like some kind of dynastic stuff. The quest for the Grail, the Holy Grail, and there was other publications associated with that people don't know about. That goes all the way back to Joseph of Arimathea, who is also debated on whether or not he ever existed, the king of the Silk Route. The Spice Route, or the Silk? Was it Silk? No, there was a Spice Route before the Silk Road. No, it is the same road, is it? I don't know, but there's some stuff from Batman and about this quest for the Grail, that there was like some Asian warlord, a tribal warlord named Ra's al Ghul, that later shows up in Batman, that comes from a Camelot or Arcturian mythos, which is like some form of entertainment at some point, like fantasy, but it's also an ongoing race in the West. So like, it's the Kennedys and the Obamas racing toward Camelot, and they're racing with the Brits to open up the Camelot realm. It's like okay, so that's only two corners, right? Camelot and then Tartarus, torture, and then there's the Amenta, and the Emerald tablets. So it's like, we don't know what the subconscious is, but there's like, it's more powerful like than the waking conscious, and it's like super more powerful, like but it doesn't hear like if you say I can't, it hears you can. If you say don't, it hears do. Like, it doesn't hear the second part, the NT part, things like that. But if you can project a thought through a conduit into the physical domain, then that is one of the corners of hell. Already you feel like a conduit is like a negative type of person. You don't want to be around someone that's going to just be a conduit for narrative, and it's like a grifter, a shield, like a yes man. Oh, it goes to yes man. That goes to yes man. Like putting together a puzzle. Of course, it's going to be it can't just be something like I made up, or it's true for like just for me. It's true for other people, for everybody else. But if it's true for everybody else, why would you say it? Because they would already know it. But it's not that, even that. It's more like, why are you talking about this now? or why would you bring that up now, or why are you talking about that precisely at this time? So yeah, so that's four corners, and then there's the rolling over and overturning of determinism into an event that the aristocracy can use to take an action in the interest of posterity. They need us to become esoteric, which means have niche group sets of knowledge, like separate individual niche, sets of, like, it's a niche, it's knowledge about niche fields and topics, and like craft, a skill, like it's like subjects, like it's kind of like that stuff. Niche fields that someone can go into, and then the reason they're doing that is because they want to capture the push of the modality, because there's not gratification across the aristocracy. They have to reach gratification, and they afford themselves like a good deal, basically getting everybody to take action for them and to move the pebble, to push the pebble along to where we can have an aristocracy that can act in the interest of posterity. I don't know. Run that past somebody, see what they say.